Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey everybody, welcome back to J is for Justice. If you are returning, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay and I am your host. Today's stream, we are covering a new low for Chris Proudfoot. Just when we thought that the little man couldn't get any lower, he did. I told him to not go lower, and he did. Why this dude isn't locked up is beyond me. We are all shooketh. Hello, Potato. Thank you for being here. It's late for Potato again tonight. Thank you, mods, for coming in. God knows we always need you. More than you know. More than you know. Myron's here. All the moderators and all the members coming in tonight. Coming in hot. You guys, this is disturbing. So I got a phone call. I'm sure you guys have already heard it. But I got the phone call of Chris Proudfoot. A lot of you have heard it already, but I did tweak the audio so that we could hear it better because I couldn't hear shit. Coming in hot, just like the fajita. I did check the docket for Nina and Chris and I saw nothing. No updates at all. So without further ado, let's get into the call. I've got it right here. So, allegedly, I mean, from what I could tell, this was Heather, the PI. Thank you, Sonia, for your Cash App. That is much appreciated. You are so pretty. Thank you, Sonia. From what I could hear, it was Heather, the PI, and Chris Proudfoot, and they're talking about Chloe, the PI, and about Seth. Let's get into it.
Fucking shows.
Uh-huh.
And it's caused a fucking shitstorm.
Which statement?
About releasing Katie's parents' personal information and shit on Katie's past. Said she has it, but she wasn't going to release it. It caused a fucking shitstorm. And now everybody went out there and got it and released it.
Oh. She said Katie's mom's name?
She didn't say the name. She just insinuated she had the information.
I mean, we do have the information, but...
Yeah, and let me tell you what that fucking started.
Thank you, Enid.
Why now all that information's out in the fucking open. And somebody better fucking explain to me very goddamn quickly. Preferably her.
Yeah.
Fuck that had any goddamn thing to fucking
I have
do with
no
this case.
idea.
Yeah, because I'm gonna
because
tell you
I don't know what was said.
That bitch better find a way to stop it.
Where's it at?
Fucking nothing. It's everywhere. All over the fucking internet that people have released on these stupid ass shows and all these fucking Facebook things.
Okay.
It was never out there until that bitch opened her fucking mouth.
Okay, well, I haven't been looking at it today or really yesterday. So I don't know what's out there.
I'm
I'll have to look
telling
for
you,
it.
I am being very polite as I can possibly be to her.
Mm-hmm.
If she don't find a fucking way to fix it, I promise her I am not going to be so goddamn pleasant when I see her.
Okay.
And I will bring the fucking cops with me.
All right. Well, I'll talk to her.
I mean, are you takes that? I don't care how she takes it. I really don't give a goddamn what I have to fucking do. But I can promise you, there's a difference in helping find Sebastian and just being a fucking cunt.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. Just for a second. Like, are you sure it was her and not like one of these sleuthers or something? Because other people
her on the fucking show. Okay. It is her.
Okay, because there's other people that are digging.
I think it was on Web Slut.
Yeah.
Or Sleuths, whatever the fuck that woman's name is.
Websleuths.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
It was on that fucking show.
but I don't see. I can't see Chloe just giving out that information though.
She did. You're missing my statement.
Okay.
I didn't say she gave the information out. I said she made a statement that she had it and wouldn't fucking release it. That right there was a trigger to start this fucking shitstorm. When she shouldn't have opened her fucking mouth in the beginning.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of fucking PI or whatever the fuck she thinks she is or how she does this. But if she needs a fucking education and schooling on being a PI, I guarantee you I'll find somebody who is truly a PI and let them school the fuck out of this woman.
All right. Well, let me try to figure it out because I know neither her or I have given out any of Katie's information.
It's not giving it out.
Yeah.
All you have to do is start one sentence. I have the information. I'm not going to release it.
Yeah.
She started a shitstorm.
Actually,
she better figure out how to fucking fix it.
You know, something else I'll tell you. There was a woman that reached out to me that before...
Listen, I'm going to stop it right now. I don't usually say things like this, but look, if you heard it on the lab or anywhere else, then go listen and you're complaining. Go listen to it somewhere else. Secondly, don't come in here and gaslight. Don't come in here gaslighting me. This is old news. We've heard this. If you've heard it, then why are you here? Let us listen to it for the first time without being rude. I mean, damn. We ain't all sitting at our computers waiting to click the live button. Sometimes we have to wait a minute. Christ.
That reached out to me that before I had ever even, before I ever knew anything about Katie's family or past or whatever, there was like this random woman, like Sleuther, that reached out to me with like some of Katie's family's names and whatever. Like, I will say that she was wrong about, she was talking about Penny Payne, and she thought there's a Penny Payne that runs like some sort of
Penny Irene Payne or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some medical place or something.
Yeah, it was the wrong Penny Payne, but she had the right names.
She has the right names. Just like
the wrong people.
Katie Lynn Payne.
Yeah.
Who supposedly murdered a 4-year-old.
Right, exactly. And that's the problem with a lot of the sleuthers, is that they get a name and then they find somebody with that name and they run with it.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot.
The worst part, and that's fine. That's understandable. Personally, I think everybody fucking sucks looking for shit.
Yeah.
Ain't even worth the fucking bacteria of the foam that forms on the fucking worst form of bacteria on Earth. That's what I truly feel.
Yeah, I feel you. I hear you. I can feel it through the phone.
Oh, trust me. Chloe's lucky I'm not standing in fucking front of her. Like I said, I will bring the fucking cops when I see her.
Okay, well...
And it was more my protection than hers. Because right now, you can inform her. She fucking calls me, says my fucking name, anything of that fucking nature involving Katie or me or anybody else, I'm going to slap the shit out of her with the same fucking thing I told you. I'll cease and desist letter and then let her open her fucking mouth one more time. And then I've got her dead to fucking rights.
What?
I think that's
I'm trying to be as civil as possible.
Isn't that the only interview she's even done? I don't think she's...
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't think
care. She's not my PI. She's not.
Yeah.
Bitch don't fucking mean a goddamn thing to me.
Right.
If she was on fire, I wouldn't piss on her to put her out.
Well, I mean, it's not like Katie, it's not like Chloe, because she's very private. Like, I'm more public than she is. I mean, you know that.
I promise you, go back and watch that fucking video.
Yeah.
Go watch that fucking interview.
Okay. I mean, I was watching it. I know what she said, but she's usually very, very careful about what she says to the public.
She ain't fucking careful.
Yeah.
She's fucking sloppy.
He's doing the same thing he did to
All
the
right,
dog
well,
handlers and everybody else.
Let me talk to her. I don't even know. Actually, I do know.
I ain't trying to be a dick to her, but
Yeah.
if she ain't got the fucking audacity to give me a working fucking phone number, she better not fucking reach out to me. And that Google shit ain't a fucking true number.
Yeah, that's the same number that Seth has, though. I will tell you that.
Yeah, that's... I'm not Seth.
Yeah.
I have the balls in the fucking spine to call people out on shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking
just
coward.
Don't take it personal, because she doesn't give her personal phone number out to anybody. I mean, like, only, you know, like, I had it from, like, a previous case that we worked together. But she's very private about her personal information.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. Like, I know Chloe, and I know that she's not, you know, that's not her style. But I mean, I get it.
Maybe her head's so fucking twisted because she's too emotionally involved or personal involvement with Seth. I don't fucking know. No, I'm not saying a relationship.
Yeah, no.
Didn't say that.
No,
but
yeah.
whatever the fuck it is, she better goddamn fucking figure it out and redial herself the fuck back in.
Oh, you need to redial yourself the fuck back in.
I mean, I know, like, and I think I told you this before, like, she's more focused on the search side of things, you know? That's been her
Why the
focus.
fuck is this bitch on fucking on these goddamn interviews?
Yeah, it's just the one that I know of. But, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I don't know. I mean, I have to try to defend her a little bit because, I mean, I know that she's not a person that, like, shares personal information or private information.
She didn't have to. She insinuated she had the information. She wasn't going to release it. She started a fucking fire shitstorm.
What was the purpose of making that statement, knowing full damn good and well that the...
Trust me.
Yeah.
Seth can have his fucking PIs. I don't need PIs.
See, and actually,
I get
as
the whole
we're
goddamn
speaking...
world that sends me all this shit for no fucking reason.
As we're speaking, I just got a message from a web sleuther that I don't even know. I don't even know their name. They go under a pseudonym, and they're sending me a picture of Katie's mom, and I don't know how they found that out. Like, I didn't tell. They're telling me, like, I don't know. So, like, these web sleuthers, like, I mean, they are, like, batshit 99.9% of the time, but they're pretty good at finding shit. And some of these people are just doing it on their own.
Yes, I know. That's one thing.
Yeah.
She opened her mouth, made the statement. She's the catalyst to the fucking storm that is now brewing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. I can go out there, open my mouth, say one fucking word, and I could almost break the fucking internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Look what I did the other night when I got on that show.
Uh-huh.
When you said I wanted on the show,
Yeah.
that shit fucking almost broke the fucking internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It did. And that's mainly because
he's proud of
himself. Until that show, like, you and Katie both were pretty reserved about anything that you were saying, and that was like the one time that you just kind of went berserk.
No, that's the one time I went out there and stated the fucking facts.
Yeah.
I didn't go berserk.
Well,
he thinks he broke the internet.
No, I'm fucking pissed.
I
There's
know.
a difference in berserk and stupid, psychotic, and every other adjective you want to add into it.
Yeah.
I'm neither of those.
No, but I'm
I'm
just
just a
saying you
very
said a whole
pissed
lot
off-
more than you normally say, and
Yeah,
so.
I did, and I had every fucking right to say what I said. Nothing I said was fucking false. Nothing.
I didn't say it was. I don't think anything you said was false.
I don't know. Yet.
But, well, let me make a phone call. Actually, I know I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her right now. I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her till this evening.
And by the way, I sent a message to Seth. Once again, he wants to talk about not responding or whatever. I got in touch with Tony. We talked to Tony. That
Yeah.
probably ain't happening. Got in touch with the dog handler. Guess what? That ain't happening either. And that ain't even on my decision.
Yeah.
Because Seth doesn't know how to open his fat fucking mouth and give everybody the truth. Or what he does know, he didn't want to tell nobody, thinking that everybody's going to be sure sympathetic to his bullshit. When I told her exactly how many dogs, where they all went, what they've all done, she's like, there's nothing I can really do or offer at this point other than to assist in a search if needed.
Yeah. Oh, so you did actually talk to her?
Oh, yeah. Talked to her for over an hour and I think a half.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Last night.
That's good.
So once again,
Jams.
Your client
Well,
was the nicest way to refer to this fuck.
I haven't even talked to Seth since last night. He told me to take a break. A couple days ago, he told me to take a break, so.
Yeah, how convenient.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
How convenient.
I gathered now, this is just me assuming, so we know how that goes. I may be way off, but I feel like it had something to do with his conversation with Bobby Simmons, because Bobby has started communicating with him again instead of going through me. So that line of communication's opened back up, and I don't know.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah.
We will see. I promise you, if Bobby told Seth anything of what he's told us, Seth opens his fucking mouth, I promise you, it will never open again.
Yeah. Well, I'm just as much in the dark right now about what's going on as anybody else. Like, I'm not getting updates. I have no idea.
Fucking shows.
Okay, that's the end of it.
That's caused a fucking shitstorm.
That's the end of it. What's going on with it? I don't know. I can let you guys know that all of the threats have been sent to law enforcement. I do know that. Julia, you sent me something. Is it okay to read and show or not okay to read and show? I forgot to ask. I read it, but I just didn't know if you wanted me to read it or show it. Okay, so this happened after Websleuths, because they went on Websleuths, and remember Chris lost his shit. But I thought he lost his shit over Worshams. But he's making it sound like it was about Katie's family. So I don't know. It's already been turned in, guys. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Julia's in slow mode. Okay. She said I can show it. Okay. So we have an email from Chris Proudfoot. Julia's keeping me straight here. She's getting me together here. Done. Okay, let me send this email over. So we have an email that's Chris sent to Seth and his team that was looking for Sebastian Rogers. So let's take a look at this one first. And this is the real deal. This is not photoshopped or faked, guys. Okay. So it says RE canine handler. Now, if you look down here, Julia, who called in last night, the licensed canine handler, put all of her credentials down here. All of her experience, her dogs, what they do. And this, and look at, I mean, this is so detailed. This is so detailed. And, you know, these are people that are donating their time. Thank you, Julia. Donating their time to find Sebastian. So remember when Seth said, oh, we're going to work together, yada, yada, yada. I think he was trying to, get permission to let these guys in. Hang on, I've got to send this over to myself. Okay. And we know from Steph last night that she was followed. So it says from Chris Proudfoot to Rogers Seth. This is on 4/27 of 24. I take that back. I thought that call was 4/27. That's where I got the date from. I'm getting this all messed up. Happy Mother's Day, Prepper. Thank you, Preps. Seth and Associates. I have had time to consider this dog handler matter and the other requests that you have mentioned as well. My answers are as follows. 1. Dog handler. If you wish to use a dog handler to search, that is fine. However, after talking with LE agencies and Katie, the dog handler, and anyone else is being denied, in all caps, access to our house and property. Any form of permission to set foot on our property as well as any other family member's property is being denied, in all caps, as well. This is our official statement, and we ask that our wishes and privacy be respected at this time. Thank you for understanding. 2. Tony Mathis. I am still looking into this and have no answer for you at this time. We have spoken to Mr. Mathis and are considering it with each other as well as LE. If you have any questions, let me know. VR, I don't even know what that means. Chris and Katie. It's probably some military thing. This is how he handled the handler. With all of these credentials down here. We need our privacy? When your child is missing, the last thing you need is privacy. You need hordes and hordes of people around you helping you look. The next text I sent to Jay, okay, Julia sent me something else too. Thank you so much. You guys give Julia some love up there because she's given us, we're getting a whole picture here. It's not just a figment of our imaginations that this guy's a piece of shit. It's not a figment. So Julia says the next thing she sent proves inconsistencies between what TBI LE told her and what Chris is putting out. And Chris is making it sound like law enforcement denied her. He always blames it on law enforcement. Law enforcement can't, they told me I can't give the exact dates when I came home in February. I'm not allowed to tell you that, Miss Grace. Law enforcement told me that I can't say where I was that day. I mean, he's an idiot. But here we go. Let's see what she's got here. Oh, shit, y'all. This is literally Bobby from the TBI. Okay, so Julia, the dog handler, says to Bobby, thank you so much. I just didn't know if you were having someone go back in there or if one of your own agents or you wanted to come in with me. I'm fine either way. My dogs are approachable. I just want to respect your scene and the family's house and do right by everyone. And Bobby says, I appreciate it. You are good to go on our end. Receipts. Receipts.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
Do you see this? This is the TBI. And look at Poochies. Where are you right there? Where is that? Is that in Hendersonville? Is that where you were staying? I appreciate it. You are good on our end. Bobby from the TBI. Bobby didn't say she couldn't go there, Chris.
Said, shut the fuck up.
Chris, go ahead and just call Bobby, because I think that you and Bobby need to have a little fucking powwow. How about a little powwow with Bobby now? I mean, for real. Are you fucking kidding me? Proof. He's saying law enforcement, oh my God, let's go. You are good to go on our end. Take that powwow, put it in your pipe and smoke it, Proudfoot.
I hate you, fuck you.
Call Bobby and tell him you're ready for... Wow, unbelievable. So we just listened to him talk with the private investigator who was paid.
Because you're a liar.
And threaten that a woman, she's lucky. Or she's lucky she's not in front of him, because what would he do to her? So my question is for you, Chris Proudfoot, Mr. Bobblehead yourself. What did you do to Sebastian? Where is Sebastian? Because the $1 million question is not how and why. The $1 million question is, where is he? We don't know how yet, Chris. We do know why, because you're an abusive asshole. That's why. That's the why. Threatening the father of your stepson. So this all stemmed from Websleuths, I believe. And I don't know, maybe I can go through it. I don't want to go through it tonight, but I just remember her mentioning the Worshams thing. Oh, no, the phone lines aren't open, but I can open them. Let's do that instead. I don't want to watch Websleuths tonight. Let's just take some calls and see what you guys think. Do you want me to play it one more time? And then open the phone lines, or just open up the phone lines? Because you know I'm going to analyze this and try to hear what Katie's saying later. All right, let's open them up. I just can't believe how much time he's wasted. People's time. What's the scoop on Katie's past? Yeah, I mean, I really don't know, y'all. I don't know. You guys want to hear it again? Okay. I'll play it again. It's 16 minutes long. Here.
Fucking shows.
Uh-huh.
And it's caused a fucking shitstorm.
Which statement?
About releasing Katie's parents' personal information and shit on Katie's past. Said she has it, but she wasn't going to release it. It caused a fucking shitstorm. And now everybody went out there and got it and released it.
Oh. She said Katie's mom's name?
She didn't say the name. She just insinuated she had the information.
I mean, we do have the information, but...
Yeah, and let me tell you what the fuck it started.
Why
Now that all that information is out in the fucking open. And somebody better fucking explain to me very goddamn quickly. Preferably her.
How the
fuck that had any goddamn thing to fucking
I have
do with
no
this case.
idea.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell
Because
you
I don't know what was said.
That bitch better find a way to stop it.
Where's it at?
Fucking nothing. It's everywhere. All over the fucking internet that people have released on these stupid ass shows.
It's everywhere.
And all these fucking Facebook things.
Okay.
It was never out there until that bitch opened her fucking mouth.
Okay, well, I haven't been looking at it today.
Thank you, Brandy and Annie.
Yesterday. So I don't know what's out there. I'll have to look for it.
I am being very polite as I can possibly be to her. Mm-hmm. If she don't find a fucking way to fix it, I promise her I am not going to be so goddamn pleasant when I see her.
Okay.
And I will bring the fucking cops with me.
All right. Well, I'll talk to her.
I mean,
are you
takes that? I don't care how she takes it. I really don't give a goddamn what I have to fucking do. But I can promise you, there's a difference in helping find Sebastian and just being a stupid fucking cunt.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. Just for a second. Like, are you sure
You're
it was her and not like one of these
Proudfoot.
sleuthers or something? Because
No,
other
it's
people
her on the fucking show.
Okay.
It is her.
Okay, because there's other people that are digging.
I think it was on Web Slut.
Yeah.
Or Sleuths, whatever the fuck that woman's name is.
Websleuths.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean,
it was on that fucking show.
But I don't see. I can't see Chloe just giving out that information though.
She did. You're missing my statement.
Okay.
I didn't say she gave the information out. I said she made a statement that she had it and wouldn't fucking release it. That right there was a trigger to start this fucking shitstorm. When she shouldn't have opened her fucking mouth in the beginning.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of fucking PI or whatever the fuck she thinks she is or how she does this. But if she needs a fucking education and then schooling on being a PI, I guarantee you I'll find somebody who is truly a PI and let them school the fuck out of this woman.
All right. Well, let me try to figure it out because I know neither her or I have given out any of Katie's information.
It's not giving it out.
Yeah.
All you have to do is start one sentence. I have the information. I'm not going to release it.
Yeah.
She started a shitstorm.
Actually,
she better figure out how to fucking fix it.
You know, something else I'll tell you, there was a woman that reached out to me that before I had ever even, before I ever knew anything about Katie's family or past or whatever, there was like this random woman, like sleuther, that reached out to me with like some of Katie's family's names and whatever. Like, I will say that she was wrong about, she was talking about Penny Payne, and she thought there's a Penny Payne that runs like some sort of
Penny Irene Payne or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some medical place or something.
Yeah, it was the wrong Penny Payne, but she had the right names.
She has the right names. Just like
the wrong people.
Katie Lynn Payne.
Yeah.
Who supposedly murdered a 4-year-old.
Right, exactly. And that's the problem with a lot of the sleuthers is that they get a name and then they find somebody with that name and they run with it.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot.
The worst part, and that's fine. That's understandable. Personally, I think everybody fucking starts looking for
Rogers.
Yeah.
Ain't even worth the fucking bacteria of the foam that forms on the fucking worst form of bacteria on Earth. That's what I truly feel.
Yeah, I feel you. I hear you. I can feel it through the phone.
Oh, trust me. Chloe's lucky I'm not standing in fucking front of her.
Chloe was getting too close, I think.
I will bring the fucking cops when I see her.
Okay, well...
And it was more my protection than hers. Because right now, you can inform her. She fucking calls me, says my fucking name, anything of that fucking nature involving Katie or me or anybody else, I'm going to slap the shit out of her with the same fucking thing I told you. I'll cease and desist letter, and then let her open her fucking mouth one more time. And then I've got her dead to fucking rights.
I think that's
I'm trying to be as civil as possible.
Isn't that the only interview she's even done? I don't think she's...
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't
think
care.
She's not my PI. She's not.
Yeah.
Bitch don't fucking mean a goddamn thing to me.
Right.
If she was on fire, I wouldn't piss on her to put her out.
Well, I mean, it's not like Katie. It's not like Chloe, because she's very private. Like, I'm more public than she is. I mean, you know that.
I promise you, go back and watch that fucking video.
Yeah.
Go watch that fucking interview.
Okay. I mean, I was watching it. I know what she said, but she's usually very, very careful about what she says to the public.
She ain't fucking careful.
Yeah.
She's fucking sloppy.
And you're not?
All right. Well, let me talk to her. I don't even know. Actually, I do know.
I ain't trying to be a dick to her, but if she ain't got the fucking audacity to give me a working fucking phone number, she better not fucking reach out to me. And that Google shit ain't a fucking true number.
Yeah, that's the same number that Seth has, though. I will tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not Seth.
Yeah.
I have the balls and the fucking spine to call people out on shit.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking
just
coward.
Don't take it personal, because she doesn't give her personal phone number out to anybody. I mean, like, only, like, I had it from, like, a previous case that we worked together. But she's very private about her personal information. So.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. Like, I know Chloe, and I know that she's not, that's not her style. But I mean, I get it.
Maybe her head's so fucking twisted because she's too emotionally involved or personal involvement with Seth. I don't fucking know. No, I'm not saying a relationship.
Yeah, no.
Didn't say that.
No,
but
yeah.
whatever the fuck it is, she better goddamn fucking figure it out and redial herself the fuck back in.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, and I think I told you this before, like, she's more focused on the search side of things, that's been her
why the
focus.
fuck is this bitch on fucking on these goddamn interviews?
Yeah, it's just the one that I know of, but I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I don't know. I mean, I have to try to defend her a little bit, because, I mean, I know that she's not a person that, like, shares personal information or private information.
She didn't have to. She insinuated she had the information. She wasn't going to release it. She started a fucking fire shitstorm.
What was the purpose of making that statement, knowing full damn good and well that the
Trust me.
were going to do
Seth can have his fucking PIs. I don't need PIs.
Shut up,
See, and actually,
I get the
as
whole
we're
goddamn world
speaking,
that sends me all this shit for no fucking reason.
as we're speaking, I just got a message from a web sleuther that I don't even know. I don't even know their name. They go under a pseudonym, and they're sending me a picture of Katie's mom, and I don't know how they found that out. Like, I didn't tell. They're telling me, like, I don't know. So, like, these web sleuthers, like, I mean, they are, like, batshit 99.9% of the time, but they're pretty good at finding shit. And some of these people are just doing it on their own.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yes, I know. That's one thing.
Yeah.
She opened her mouth, made the statement. She's the catalyst to the fucking storm that is now brewing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. I can go out there, open my mouth, say one fucking word, and I can almost break the fucking internet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Look what I did the other night when I got on that show. When you said I wanted on the show,
Yeah.
that shit fucking almost broke the fucking internet.
Yeah. It did. And that's mainly because up until that show, like, you and Katie both were pretty reserved about anything that you were saying, and that was like the one time that you just kind of went berserk.
No, that's the one time I went out there and stated the fucking facts.
Yeah.
I didn't go berserk.
Well,
now. They've dug in.
No, I'm fucking pissed.
I
There's
know.
a difference in berserk, stupid, psychotic, and every other adjective you want to add into it.
Yeah.
I'm neither of those.
No, but I'm just
just a
saying you
very
said a whole
pissed
lot
off-
more than you normally say, and
Yeah,
so.
I did, and I had every fucking right to say what I said. Nothing I said was fucking false. Nothing.
Thank you.
I
Don't
I didn't say it was. I don't think anything you said was false.
I don't know. Yet.
But, well, let me make a phone call. Actually, I know I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her right now. I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her till this evening.
And by the way, I sent a message to Seth. Once again, he wants to talk about not responding or whatever. I got in touch with Tony. We talked to Tony. That probably ain't happening. Got in touch with the dog handler. Guess what? That ain't happening either. And that ain't even on my decision.
Yeah.
Because Seth doesn't know how to open his fat fucking mouth and give everybody the truth. Or what he does know, he didn't want to tell nobody, thinking that everybody's going to be sure sympathetic to his bullshit. When I told her exactly how many dogs, where they all went, what they've all done, she's like, there's nothing I can really do or offer at this point other than to assist in a search if needed.
Yeah.
And starts talking.
Oh, so you did actually talk to her?
Oh yeah, talked to her for over an hour and I think a half.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Last night.
That's good.
So once again, your client
Mm-hmm.
is the
Well, I
nicest
haven't
way to
even
refer
talked to
this
him.
fuck.
I haven't even talked to Seth since last night. He told me to take a break a couple days ago. He told me to take a break. So.
Yeah, how convenient.
Yeah, so I don't know. I gathered now, this is just me assuming, so we know how that goes. I may be way off, but I feel like it had something to do with his conversation with Bobby Simmons because Bobby has started communicating with him again instead of going through me. So that line of communication's opened back up, and I don't know.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah.
We will see. I promise you, if Bobby told Seth anything of what he's told us, Seth opens his fucking mouth. I promise you, it won't ever open again.
Yeah.
What did the investigator tell
I'm
them?
just as much in the dark right now about what's going on as anybody else. Like, I'm not getting updates. I have no idea. So, and that's what anybody who's reached out to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you get in touch with Chloe?
What's that?
I said, when you get in touch with Chloe,
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you tell that bitch to lose my fucking number.
Okay. Do I have to say
She
it?
does
Do I
not
have
wanna
to say it
call
like
me.
that?
Sure. And you
Don't
can
really
tell her
wanna say it like that.
you can tell her those are my fucking words, not yours. Mine.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of feel bad for Chloe right now.
Oh, I don't. I don't. When you're a fucking amateur PI and you do some stupid shit like she's done, you explain to me how anything, and I've even told you this, how the certain things that y'all have done on fucking YouTube and all this shit, how the fuck it does anything to help find Sebastian other than just put shit out there. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It has left y'all down a what? Completely empty fucking road.
Yeah.
But I never did.
We never, I mean, obviously we haven't found him, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got thinking about this the other night when you and I talked. And you said you don't want to sound like a liar or anything. You're right, you don't. And that's great. But now you got information out there that actually has absolutely fucking zero to do with anything.
I wasn't.
Because there's no clues, there's nothing up to what y'all have released.
Right.
And I'm just Got a friend of mine who is highly respected.
Cell phone, and then it's on video.
All of a sudden, he made a good point. He didn't tell me that. And I was like, you know what? You're very valid on that. Very valid.
On what?
Information that's out there that actually has nothing to do with finding Sebastian.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, it'll be this evening before I'll be able to get a hold of
I
her.
don't
But
understand what purpose it serves to bring through my. I mean, let's just be honest. I was violent.
Well,
What?
I mean, violent. I don't understand why that needs to be.
well,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay.
I gotta get up and get ready to go to work.
All right. Bye.
I don't have my Go Fucking Fund Me page to pay my bills.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. All right. Have a good day.
Later.
Bye.
Wow. I don't have a fucking GoFundMe page to pay my bills. What was Katie rambling about? I thought I heard her just say, I mean, I was 5. I was violent or something. I was violent or I was 5. Listen again.
And I'm just got a friend of mine who is
Seth said he something. I heard Seth's name. Hold on.
a what? Completely empty fucking road.
Yeah.
I never did.
Well, we never. I mean, obviously, we haven't found him. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got thinking about this the other night when you and I talked. And you said you don't want to sound like a liar or anything. You're right, you don't. And that's great. But now you got information out there that actually has absolutely fucking zero to do with anything. Because there's no clues, there's nothing up to what y'all have released.
Right.
And I'm just got a friend of mine who is highly respected.
Cell phone, and then it's on video.
All of a sudden, he made a good point. He didn't tell me that. And I was like, you know what? You're very valid on that. Very valid.
On what?
Information that's out there that actually has nothing to do with finding Sebastian.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, it'll be this evening before I'll be able to get a hold of her.
I don't
But
understand what purpose it serves to bring through my. I mean, let's just be honest. I was violent.
Well,
I mean, violent. I don't understand why that needs to be.
Well,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay.
I gotta get up and get ready to go to work.
I don't know why
All
that
right,
needs to be
bye.
I
brought
don't have my
up.
Go Fucking Fund Me page to pay my bills.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. All right. Have a good day.
Later.
Bye.
Was she like whining to herself in the back? I don't know why that needs to get brought up. Is that what she said? I was violently abused. Violently. So she's drunk in the background, whining to herself, probably crying about shit. Dude, they are hot messes every night. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Oh, I know. Where's Great Pubes now? This is your buddy, dude. Wow. Wow. Let's take a listen to some Chloe on Websleuths. I changed my mind. I do want to hear it now.
Watch somebody be straight up disrespectful and accuse people and say things that have absolutely no bearing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, well, again, I just, if I could just step in.
I mean, Chris, I would love for us to refocus and talk about
This is Chloe talking.
Not necessarily the investigation that we can't talk about, but what has been done, what you understand about dog tracks, what you understand about the circumstances. We could go on and on all night, and I know we have a lot of really big feelings that are valid. But I think Heather would agree. We would just really love to redirect this back to Sebastian, because the anger doesn't solve anything.
Serenity.
It's not truly all anger. It's disappointment.
No, and I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, at this point, it's just
not helping find Sebastian.
Yeah, and it's like an energy vampire, and we're all tired. And I can't imagine how tired you are. I know how tired I am. So I would love to redirect back to what you know and what you think.
And then I have some questions that I hope you can answer that will help clear things up.
I'll answer questions unless it's something I have been told by law enforcement that I cannot answer. I've said that from day one, and I'm telling you now, it has not changed. So ask your questions.
Did you pass the polygraph?
Yes, I sure did, with flying colors.
Oh. And it was TBI that gave it to you?
Yes, TBI gave it to me along with another agency.
Okay.
No, that was kept quiet because it's nobody. We kept it all quiet.
Well, no, I think it's great that you're telling us now.
Right, and Seth knew about it the day on that Tuesday when I took it and passed it. They called and told him that I passed it.
And okay, well, maybe he was told he couldn't say anything.
No, he was told he could say something. They told him so he would try to keep his rhetoric down. That's why they told him. And I have the text message where they asked me if they could tell him, and I said, I have listened to y'all from the beginning. I'm listening to you now, so please do what you feel is best.
Okay, so you passed the polygraph with flying colors. Let me ask you this. People in chat are asking, did you tear down any posters of Sebastian, you or anyone you know?
That is a straight up no, and I can't believe people would think I would tear down flyers or posters of my missing stepson.
Okay,
which,
again,
another thing which is kind of funny that you bring this up, because some people, and yes, they are pertinent to the investigation, have said that there's a video floating around of me tearing these things down. Mm-hmm. If you got it, post it. Because if you ain't got it, shut up.
And I'll say on record from myself, I've never seen that.
And
exactly, because it doesn't exist.
I'm sure it doesn't.
And I want to say on record that in my conversation earlier with Chris and Katie said she had one request of me, and that was that when I do these interviews, that I, at some point in the interview, remind people to hand out the flyers and put them up everywhere.
Please, we're begging. I don't know how to beg you even more. I don't know what it's going to take for America, the world, whoever to understand. We are begging you to hang posters, talk to whomever, spread the word, keep your eyes open. And when you find something, don't wait 2 weeks to make a report. Because let me tell you something, that's what's been going on. Some of the leads that are coming in are 2 and 3 weeks old. Instead of when you see something, you pick up the phone immediately and you call the cops.
Yeah.
Don't call your best friend and say, hey, I think I've seen this kid. Don't call these investigators. No offense, Chloe and Heather. You don't call them first. You don't call Seth. You don't call anybody but law enforcement only, and make your report immediately.
I will say, we've received tips that maybe haven't been called into law enforcement, but we call them in. And we also received tips that have been called into law enforcement, but the person that called the tip in didn't get any feedback when they were told they were going to be called back. And so they were worried that maybe it didn't get looked into enough. So I don't think
for the record, right. So
for
the record, I think what folks need to understand, because y'all don't have all the information that Katie and I, and some of the information that Seth has. You don't. And I understand that. And I'm sorry that we can't give you every single thing under the sun. I wish we truly could. But unfortunately we can't.
Right.
But when you do make a report and you give them a name and a number, you tell them the location, you tell them a very detailed description and everything. You don't expect to get a call back from law enforcement, period. Don't. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sorry, but they don't have the time to stop and answer every single callback when they're looking for missing children. Not just ours, but there's so many children out there that are missing.
Right.
So I'm sorry that some of y'all feel that you deserve an answer, but it's not and I'm sorry, it's just going to sound rude when I say this, but you don't deserve an answer. You'll get the answer when we get the answer. The family gets the answer on a missing boy, not strangers. They're not calling y'all to tell you.
Chris, this is what I have to tell when I talk to law enforcement, and it's difficult to accept, and I still have trouble with it too. This is the way it is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But again, when you ask the public for help, people are going to start looking, and they look at the last place that Sebastian was known to be. And then it just goes from there. And I'm sorry, it shouldn't, but that's how it does. And we can clear a lot up tonight. And I'm so
let's
glad.
do this.
Okay, BW says, Chris, are you frustrated with law enforcement, or do you feel like you're getting adequate information from them?
I'm not upset with law enforcement. I'm going to tell you right now, the agencies that are involved have thrown every asset that they have at this. What people don't understand, this has actually probably been one of the largest searches for a missing child in Sumner County history, period, and probably in the state, with a number of assets. Do I think they're doing everything they can? You bet your sweet tail I am. You can bet on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, I mean, just short of making everybody in this United States go hand in hand, start at one side of the country and sweep through hand in hand, that's probably about, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean,
He just told us that it will basically take everyone going hand to hand. What the fuck? Why is he so sure that this kid will not be found? Weird.
the agencies that are involved have thrown every asset that they have at this. What people don't understand, this has actually probably been one of the largest searches for a missing child in Sumner County history, period, and probably in the state, with a number of assets. Do I think they're doing everything they can? You bet your sweet tail I am. You can bet on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, I mean, just short of making everybody in this United States go hand in hand, start at one side of the country and sweep through hand in hand, that's probably about, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm very happy with what they've done. I know there are some other folks that don't feel that way, and I'm sorry because they are not in the know.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to remember one thing. They're not going to expend every single asset, every single minute of the day on one child.
Of course.
You have to keep in mind how many children are missing, and it has to be equally dissolved among everybody. And I'm not going to lie to you. It hurt. It hurt the day that they came in on day 8 and told us that they have to pull back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ain't nothing. There was more of a gut punch to take.
That was music to his ears when they told him they had to pull back.
Than being told that. I mean, it
I can imagine. I mean, that's because you're not expecting them to say that. You're not expecting them to say, yeah, we're going to pull back and put less.
I do expect that, but here's the thing. I'm also a realistic person.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for them to expend every aspect and every asset of every single second of the day finding Sebastian. That's not realistic.
Yeah.
It's not.
I want to read you a comment, and I like this comment from Brittany Cole. It says, sometimes you have to block out the noise, Chris. The public will do what they do, and that's the truth. A lot of us are just trying to offer help. It's the bad ones that you remember, and not all the much bigger crowd of good people who are not doing this.
And I mean, weeks ago, somebody asked me what I thought, and I had some information from court documents that could have been a lot of.
Oh, this is it right here. She says she has information from court documents. I believe this is where she talks about Katie.
Quote T for the internet to have, and I refused to release it because
Court documents on. Let me ask you this: on who? Me, Seth, Katie.
Katie.
Okay.
I refused to release it because, number one, I didn't think it would help find Sebastian. Number two, it was a deeply personal thing. And also,
when she was young.
Yes.
Okay, so let me
finish, and I referred to the Michael Vaughn case, where his parents got completely slaughtered.
Yes, they did.
By the public for a very long time. And they didn't do anything to that boy. I do not believe.
They didn't.
Now they have proof. But they just got slaughtered. And people can say without a shadow of a doubt that they just know what somebody did, and they don't. Well, if you know, take it to the police and let's solve this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell all the Sherlock Holmes and Watsons out there, since they have their PhDs in criminal justice and forensics and all this, since they've got it, by all means, we welcome you to the case. We welcome you to come in here and show us and show these law enforcement officers that have so many years of experience that they don't know anything. We'd love you to do it.
Chris?
Oh, but you'd have to let them in your house and on your property, you pussy. This is why he was threatening Chloe. He was mad about her documents from when she was a child being brought up. Right. They turn away experienced dog handlers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If Chris brings up that who could be a predator due to being an Seb could be a predator due to being an SA victim. It matters why and who Chris bases that theory on. Well, Seth said that too, that he wanted to get him therapy. But I don't know. Yeah, that may have come from Chris originally. But what did Bobby tell Seth and Katie? Because we know that they went and met the TBI together and Chris wasn't there. And I have heard nothing about court today, guys. It's hush, hush. I haven't heard anything. If you hear anything, let us know, please. I don't know how anybody found a case about her when she was 5, though. I've never been able to get documents about a child like that. But he also blew. So now I understand. He was already on edge because of this, which I don't know why he really cares. Because I don't think he really loves Katie. So why does he care if that comes out? I don't get that. Unless there's something going on with her family. You know, like it's a case when she was 19. Was she the victim or the perpetrator? I don't get it. What do you mean when she was 19? Wasn't she married to Seth? Yeah, I don't think we know. I think we just know that her family is abusive and they're all registered sex offenders and they're females. So they were probably, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was when she was 5. Yeah. Her stepdad was not a female. I don't know who her stepdad is. I just saw the 3 females, the aunt, the sister, and the mother. That's all I saw, and I didn't need to see any more. I didn't know she had a stepdad.
This isn't helping.
I know it's not helping, but this goes back to what's being asked.
Let's get people on your side, and then we can all work together. Because I know
that's just the thing. This isn't about sides. This is not about sides.
Exactly, and that's
this is
not.
What this is about Sebastian.
It is. But if we're not,
I'm Team Sebastian.
Same.
I was brought in to do one thing.
Same.
Okay, guys. Let me just say, coming from the other side, you want the public's help. You need the public's help. Let's not insult the public. There are asses out there. And believe me, we fight against them all the time, don't we, Stacey? Constantly. These jerks out there that pull all this crap just to get clicks. We don't have advertising on this channel.
Clickers.
We don't ask for money. We do it because we want to help.
Well,
but it doesn't help.
I am going to correct you, though. She's not monetized anymore because she's partnered with, what's that DNA lab in Texas? Othram. She's in a contract with them. So I remember she made an announcement and said she was turning off monetization. So just clearing that up.
Can I ask you a question on your show?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you the same question I ask everybody else when we went on their shows. So I'm on your show and I'm sure it is blown up. So the more people that come on, the more money the show makes.
No, I make no money.
We don't make money. We're not monetized.
Zero money.
It's not monetized.
And we don't
not a
take
monetary
donations.
show.
No, they don't monetize.
No.
We do not monetize. We do not monetize. It costs me money to do this.
Yeah, and
Websleuths
the reason why I asked
I will go on.
Yeah. It's completely free,
Well,
and the website is as well.
No advertising.
So the reason why I'm asking that question, okay? is because if people are true to what they say in their heart, especially those, and they know who I'm talking about, the clickers, the shows that make this money, I would love for you to make a public announcement for every dollar you've made. If you truly do this for the goodness of your heart, every dollar that you have made, you should donate it to the cause, not to your personal gain.
Right.
Well, yeah, we don't, like I said, we make zero money. It costs us money to.
And I appreciate it, and I respect that. Thank y'all ladies for that. I will give you that.
So, but no, I understand what you're saying. But again, it's just like with, Nancy Grace or with news media, they report the news. Unfortunately, this is social media. And I agree, there's people out there, and I'm not going to even say their names, but they know who they are. They do this crap to get clickbait so they can make more money, and it's disgusting. Absolutely.
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
And I want to add something to that. Like I told Chris earlier, everybody that's involved in this case is under a microscope. I've been ripped to shreds. They've been ripped to shreds. Seth has been ripped to shreds. I mean, like the public gets a hold of somebody in the spotlight and they dig into them and they pull up anything that they can about them. And some of it's true and some of it's not. It doesn't help find Sebastian. And that's where we all need to get on the same page and regroup and just make the decision right here, right now, to ignore the rumors, to clear up misinformation, and just to get on track so that we can start trying to find Sebastian.
Now,
right. If we can keep parties involved in this investigation focused on that and staying off of YouTube and other aspects of social media and playing the game, okay?
Yes.
I'm sure we would all benefit greatly, and this would completely change narrative and the direction, and it would straight focus completely.
He doesn't seem that mad about the Katie stuff right here. Not like he was on the phone call with Heather. But he does get fired up in just a little bit here with Chloe. I believe it's when Dum Dum comes on panel. Hold on.
Actually request to have some of that changed, but it hasn't happened. So I'll walk you through what
this is where he said they were requesting to have some of the information on the TBI poster changed.
The description is still the same. It hasn't changed from 60 days ago. However, I will say this much. Some of the information that's out on some of these posters and flyers, we have actually requested to have some of that changed, but it hasn't happened. So I'll walk you through what the description actually should be. Sebastian was wearing long black pants. Think of the 1970s style Adidas style pants. You know, had the white stripes down the side. That style of pants on. He had a long sleeve shirt, not a sweatshirt, not a hoodie, a long sleeve shirt. On the front of that shirt is probably one of three depictions: Halloween, Star Wars, or Minecraft.
Okay, so I want to make a point right here. If they said they knew exactly what shirt, that it wasn't missing, remember, Katie was told, or Katie told somebody, I can't remember who now, but she did. But she said that the shirt, they knew he wasn't wearing a sweatshirt or whatever because they knew the shirt was missing. They haven't been able to find the shirt. They searched and couldn't find a certain shirt. But now, you know, his flavors, he's saying it's one of three depictions. Here we've got the number 3 again.
Chris, I know that Sebastian didn't have very many pairs of shoes because his feet were growing, and he would toss them out pretty quickly.
3 pairs of shoes
after he grew out of them. But is there a reason we can't confirm which shirt if it's just one of 3?
I didn't say one of 3. I said one of 3 depictions on a shirt.
Okay, so that's 3 different shirts, right?
Say again, I'm sorry.
So
do what?
I don't know if we're saying the same thing or something different, but are you saying there's 3 different possible shirts he was wearing? Like he had 3 different black long sleeve shirts. One had Halloween on it. One had Minecraft
I'm telling you,
no,
it's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I said he had a long sleeve black shirt on, and on that shirt had one of 3 depictions. I didn't say he had 3. I didn't say anything. I just said 1.
Okay.
Right, but I'm just confused by how have you not been able to identify which of those 3 depictions is missing?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Hey,
can you tell me every single shirt in your closet right now and everything that's
no, but if I had to choose between 3 of them, if I had to choose between 3 of them, I could.
You're saying 3 of them, but I'm telling you.
Well, you listed 3 things. I'm just confused.
I listed what could possibly be on the shirt.
Okay, can I jump in and try to interpret a little bit here? Okay,
so Chloe's on to him, and he knows it, and that's why he does not like her. He does not like the people that are on to his ass. And I think there's 3 liars at least in this case.
So are you saying that all 3 of those shirts are not accounted for, or are you saying you don't remember which depiction it was that was on that shirt? Does that make sense? Is that a little bit clearer?
Say it one more time. You broke up.
Fucking Gray
Oh,
is
okay.
typing.
I'm sorry. Okay, so are you saying
You broke up?
You don't remember what the depiction was? It was one of those 3 things? Or are you saying there are 3 different shirts with those depictions, and all 3 of those shirts are unaccounted for?
I'm not saying he had 3 shirts with 3 different depictions on them. That's not what I said. I'm telling you, I don't know what exactly was on the front of the shirt. Is what I'm telling you.
Okay, so
Sebastian's clothes mostly consist of, if it has a picture on it, one of the 3 things. Those are his 3 favorite things. Halloween,
so what you're saying is
Minecraft.
He has, multiple Minecraft shirts, multiple Star Wars shirts, multiple Halloween shirts. So it's likely he had a shirt that had one of those things on, but there's not just 3 of those shirts.
I'm telling you that he had a long sleeve shirt on with one of the 3 depictions on it. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not telling you any more shirts. I'm not telling.
She's on to his
No,
ass.
I know what you're asking.
I'm just trying to understand.
I understand that, but you're asking me if he had 3 different long sleeve shirts with 3 different depictions on it.
No, I think I understand what you're explaining. Like, so Sebastian had multiple shirts that had a Minecraft graphic on it. Sebastian had multiple shirts that had Halloween. Sebastian had multiple shirts that had Star Wars. I guess maybe several of them were long sleeve and black. So you can't.
So here, let's just make this very simple.
Okay.
He had a long sleeve black shirt on with a picture on the front of it. There you go.
And that obviously is what you got from Katie, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, Gray Hughes is here, and people are saying, "Why is Gray here?" I will tell you. Gray, I consider
everybody. Gray. Trish is like, everybody's saying, "Why is Gray here?"
Are aggressive.
Katie and I were not on.
Wait, hold on.
Tell you, the 2 parents that were sitting there, and they just didn't look quite right, and everybody blamed them for the abduction out of people out there. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. It kind of reminds me of like remember the Chloe, was it Chloe? Yeah, Chloe Smith in Australia. The 2 parents that were sitting there, and they just didn't look quite right, and everybody blamed them for the abduction out of a tent, and it turns out it was literally somebody abducted.
Yeah, that's the same
question. But let me explain why. Okay, again, social media is here to stay. We need to learn this. When anybody comes on and they are aggressive and insulting, it blows up like wildfire. Mm-hmm. And you're asking public for help, but you are condemning the public because of a handful of jerks, and that causes problems. I haven't
For the record, ma'am, I have not in the past gone onto a show and been a jerk and ridiculed the public and said a bunch of hateful things and
trying to find where he goes
off. If somebody can tell me how that's abuse to a child, explain to me.
Can you confirm when that happened?
I don't. That was years ago.
I got spanked by a belt and wooden spoon by my mom for years.
So, but let's not sidetrack. Let's stay on board. Okay. So the question about the CPS thing that came up to play that everybody wants to tie to this belt is not what it was.
Tie to this belt? What the fuck kind of wording is that? That everybody wants to tie, to the belt that he beats him with. Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I think it was confusing because when you initially talked about it, you referred to him as an embarrassed 15-year-old. So
yes, you did.
Like it was years ago.
We thought it was like right recently.
Well, instead of asking more clarification,
let's clear it up.
So, as it stands, Sebastian went to school one day. He made a statement to a teacher. The teacher reports it to CPS. CPS comes to the house. That case has nothing to do with Sebastian getting spanked. That had everything to do with Sebastian didn't like being in trouble. So he thought by reporting it to a teacher.
What equals in trouble, Chris? So he's saying that Sebastian it wasn't because of the belt. It was because he didn't like being, quote, in trouble. So did in trouble equal the garage? What did they do when Sebastian got in trouble if it wasn't a belt?
they were going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. That is what the CPS case was about. And yes, I laughed at it because when I explained to Sebastian, very detailed, what happened, he thought it was a joke. When the CPS lady shows up and looks at him and says, Sebastian, you can't false report. That will get people in trouble and you can get in trouble. And then she explained to him what happened.
What did he say you did to him?
Can I ask you, what does that have to do with the price of eggs in China when it comes to the disappearance of Sebastian?
Because I'll tell you why. Because you're wondering why people are coming at you. And it's because he was in your home last. That was the last place he was seen.
Yes,
so
he was.
When we hear these things, it's like, okay, let's just clear it up and see what happens. Because I'll tell you why. Because people, I'm not saying me, but I've seen people say, hey, he was hitting his child. He reported it to his teacher. Did something happen? Was there an explosive incident that happened?
No, absolutely nothing of that nature.
Okay.
And for people to not understand, when you discipline a child, there's a difference in discipline and abuse. There truly is a difference.
But I think hitting anybody with a belt is abuse. I'm sorry, I do. And a lot of people agree with me, and that's the problem.
And
so
guess
we have
what?
A
That's the
opinion.
great thing. That's the great thing about having your opinion.
Yes.
That's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's opinion.
Okay. I think a belt is abuse, but that's my
That's my opinion too. Let's do a poll. And I just want to say, I know that we've watched these before and I know a lot of you have seen them. I understand that, but based on the more we learn, and I always pick up more things in here when I rewatch. So, I apologize if, you find it repetitive, but I don't, because I can't watch a 3.5 hour live one time and pick up everything. You know what I mean? There's just no way. 3.5 hours, because I end up getting up and doing shit. I walk out of the room. I go to the bathroom. I miss parts. So I think sometimes we don't need to just go back and just re-listen to their own words. You know what I'm saying?
If I was leaving bruises and marks on a child, that's abuse. That would be considered abuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by definition,
Gray chimes in. Yeah, dude, I got you, bro.
Weird.
That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You can say your opinion, and that is fine, but you have to back up and say, what I'm stating is just an opinion. There's no fact to it. When you don't say that, you leave it open to interpretation for a lot of people to take it and run with it. That was a lot of the problems with this.
And there will be people, I can get people from CPS that will say, hitting a child with a belt is an abuse. But here's the thing. You're right. That doesn't have anything to do necessarily with Sebastian and his disappearance. But what it does is it creates a narrative in people's minds that we need to clear up and change, Chris. We need to clear it up and change it. Okay? So let's do that.
So we just did.
Okay. If now, you did go on Nancy Grace and say that CPS has never been called. And
no, that's not. No. Nope.
No.
Okay, that's what I heard. What did you say?
She asked the question about a situation, and she asked me if I had ever had CPS called on me. I believe is what the question was. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't exactly know what the question was without hearing it again. So I'm not going to answer you with something without having it in front of you.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. Very fair. And so let's move on. Okay, so nothing came of that from you hitting him with a belt. Has there ever been any, and people are going to ask, has there ever been any violence in your home as far as Sebastian is concerned?
No.
Okay. Now, Gray asked, why is Seth being treated so different? Because of how Chris came on and became so angry and did what you did tonight, Chris. You've done this before. And I think that's why. And Seth didn't. And I think that's the difference.
Right, because I don't feed out of people's hands. I don't feed into what people think. I don't. And once again, that's the difference.
But how about just saying thank you to the people that want to help you?
Okay, well, that's simple. There's a difference in me saying thank you to everyone, which if you go back and listen to every single interview I have done, I have told everybody, thank you for everything that you have done.
So sincere.
There's not enough thank you in this world. We can't begin to describe how much we appreciate it. I have said this.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to one video and show me where I haven't. I've also said that our family prays for everybody else. And we love you all, regardless of what you think. But you know what? Once again.
Yeah. I think his first interview, you got to admit, his first few interviews were really calm. The one on.
All right, I'm skipping past that ish.
Because I want
to get to the part where he really gets mad.
A reason for that?
Are you referring to the day 1 through 4?
You mean Katie?
Okay, so hear me out.
I told you.
Oh, this is when Seth comes on.
Heard of it.
Stacy, I believe Seth is here.
Yeah, I got it.
Seth, I am so glad that you are here, my dear. Thank you very much. Seth, what would you like to say now?
I got a few questions to ask.
How
Chris.
awkward for Gray to just sit there. What?
Can you hear me?
You can. Yes, he can hear you.
Flung him out of there.
So I think that you texted me the other day about something I'd already sent Katie an email.
Say it one more time. All I heard was something about an email sent.
Why did you text me about an email I sent on Monday to Katie?
Because I didn't see the information in what you're referring to as Tony Mathis's phone number. I didn't see it. So that's why I asked for it.
I mean, come on, Chris. If we're going to work together, more than a week communication between the people that I'm sending stuff to you and Katie.
Okay.
See, this is when Seth was waiting. You know, when we talked about the email that Julia had, where Chris was hemming and hawing, asking for this, asking for that. She supplies everything he wanted. And then he still left her hanging and then ended up saying, no, I'm denying you access to my property and my house. And we want our privacy. Thank you, M. Thank you, everybody that is donating. Appreciate you. We got to get that J for J411.live/tip goal up.
So hear me out.
I told you.
Okay.
I told
Let's
you,
not come
Seth,
into
we
hot,
will work
okay?
together.
All right.
I told you, Seth.
I explained to you, I'm willing to work with you. You asked me some questions in regard to this dog handler. You asked me questions in regards to going on a social media platform. You've asked me questions about hiring a PR person that will speak for all of us and keep everybody off of these platforms. That's what you asked. Now, if you think I'm not going to do my homework and dig into people and find out who they are first, you're crazy. Because I would expect you to do the exact same thing if I gave you a name.
Bitch, sit down.
I don't know what's going on, but did that solve it? I hope.
Oh,
Seth?
Seth gone. It looked like.
Uh oh. I think. Wait, is this Seth? Did Seth jump off? Let's see. We've got me, Stacy.
Yeah. How about I'll get off the panel. I'm sure it'll make a lot of people in the chat happy. But I just wanted,
stop it.
I just wanted to say that, I understand what.
We don't care what you think.
I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks.
I do know. I think up in his area, he doesn't have like the greatest signal because a lot of times when we talk, his phone he will drop.
Do you want to ask him if he wants to call me rather than go on the internet? Just call me on the phone, and I can put him on and it'll be a really strong signal. I mean, it'll sound really good.
Welcome, Tanya.
Well, I think it's just like his cell signal.
Oh, quit trying to be a nice guy. Where does he get pissed off? Come on.
Should never have come out.
That
already threatened death threats, by the way.
Let's see. We've got.
Oh, he brings up death threats
on the same scent trail.
He brings up death threats. Oh, like the ones that the Bauer socks are handing out.
I mean, if he's on his cell phone, let me.
Heather, if you want to give him my number, and Chloe has it, feel free, and he can. If it's better for him to call me rather than to jump on.
I'm texting him.
Okay, we can do that. So, hey guys, I don't want to talk about other creators in chat, so let's not do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
agree.
Yeah, let's just.
Did
I mean,
Chris
I don't want to give them any.
All right, so let's get to our next question.
Okay, next question. Let me take a look at my notes. Yeah, because I just wrote some things down.
Yeah, puff pass.
Have you had? And I may have asked this and I forgot, Chris. My mind is sometimes mush. Have you had search dogs inside the house?
Here we go.
And outside.
Yes, I sure have.
And what did the dogs hit outside?
So, as you know, if anybody has followed Mr. Gray's, what he was talking about, the dog and the trail and the scent and the overlay on the picture. So they're anywhere from 13 to 18 different dogs.
Okay, so hold up. what I'm understanding here is that Chris Proudfoot was able to manipulate Gray Hughes to solidify his little paths and his little ways. Because we heard last night that when Steph was on the scene, her dog went the opposite direction and Chris Proudfoot got aggressive and said, y'all need to get the fuck out of here. So he's all happy that Gray Hughes is in love with him and will make any map that he desires. And it made Chris Proudfoot feel like he was being, vindicated. It made him feel vindicated. Like Chris has no guy friends.
Have been involved in this search.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on day one, there was 5 dogs. 5. There's an audio dispatch tape that's been released. I don't know who released it. Whatever, I don't have it, but you'd have to dig it and find it. In that audio tape, you actually hear that the deputy sheriff does state that the dog hints toward a scent and he takes over off to the retention pond and the construction site next door.
Okay.
Now, other dogs did the exact same thing. Now, am I going to say every single dog? No, but I do know of at least 3 dogs that went on the same scent trail, same path. The rest of the dogs, I'm not going to tell you that they are 100% honest and perfect and accurate because honestly, dogs are only probably 25% reliable.
Oh, Jules.
When it comes to a scent.
Okay.
Jules.
Now, 8 days, I've had dogs in my house the first 8 days. In my house, outside my house, around the neighborhood. So, yeah.
So they've been there and, so you're saying they did hit and they all went to that pond?
No, I didn't say all of that. I just told you I've had 13 to 18 dogs in my house and around my house.
Mm-hmm.
I told you 3 different dogs hit on the same path that go to that retention pond.
Right.
I'm not going to say that every other dog.
Not every dog, but some dogs hit. Okay.
Right. So, but I want this to be crystal clear.
Okay.
So when people say every dog, that is not the case. 3 dogs went on the same path.
Okay.
That is all that we have on that. The rest of these dogs go in different directions, but it's all unreliable.
Understood. We do have a question from Michelle. Chris, was Ellie able to go in and search the cave they said had collapsed about 10 feet in? I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Ken Widener is the EMA director for Sumner County. They called in all kinds of stuff.
I love how he drops names.
Like where these caves were. I don't believe, and I'm not telling you by the gospel, I don't believe they were able to get into certain caves because they were not safe to enter. The one that she is referring to that collapsed, honestly, we know that the one collapsed, but we don't believe they had anything to it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up, guys.
Let me get my notes. I was taking notes while we were talking.
He loses it.
Let's see here. Hold on.
18. He said there was 18 dogs.
So people have been asking, and I don't mean to sound insulting, but people are asking, are you searching? Are you putting up flyers? That's what they're asking.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, and here's why they're asking that question. No, you're not going to find pictures of us out there doing this because it's real simple. We, all 3 parents, initially were told in the beginning not to go out and search, that we needed to be available to talk to law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Seth has been out there searching and doing his thing.
He's been out there what?
Following him, whether or not
he's been out there plurging. Is that what he said?
He's had a bunch of people following him, whether or not he chose that or these people decided to do it on their own accord.
Oh, he chose to have people following him. Do you hear this, asshole? Oh, whether he chose that? Yeah, we all choose that. Just like Sebastian liked peeing in his pants, right?
Clear.
Okay.
So when people say every dog, that is not the case. 3 dogs went on the same path.
Yay,
okay.
That is all that we have on that. The rest of these dogs go in different directions, but it's all unreliable.
Understood. We do have a question from Michelle. Chris, was Ellie able to go in and search the cave they said had collapsed about 10 feet in? I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Ken Widener is the EMA director for Sumner County. They called in all kinds of stuff, got layouts of where these caves were. I don't believe, and I'm not telling you by the gospel, I don't believe they were able to get into certain caves because they were not safe to enter. The one that she is referring to that collapsed. Honestly, we know that the one collapsed. But we don't believe they had anything to it.
Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get my notes. I was taking notes while we were talking.
Yeah, those were Steph's dogs.
Let's see here. Hold on.
Cicada. Yep.
So people have been asking, and I don't mean to sound insulting, but people are asking, are you searching? Are you putting up flyers?
This is why I like re-listening to stuff, guys, because when we find out new stuff, it kind of puts some of the puzzle together. And I have an announcement. Julia, the dog handler, who was rudely turned away, is coming on panel tomorrow. We will discuss a time and a date, and we will be live tomorrow at some point. Thank you so much, Julia.
That's what they're
asking. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, and here's why they're asking that question. No, you're not going to find pictures of us out there doing this because it's real simple. We, all three parents, initially were told in the beginning not to go out and search. That we needed to be available to talk to law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Seth has been out there searching and doing his thing. He's had a bunch of people following him. Whether or not he chose that or these people decided to do it on their own accord, that's not for me to say. But we, Katie and I, are not going to have some big, massive search party following us around with a bunch of people that are already threatened, death threats, by the way, to us.
Oh, sure. You're giving them.
I'm not doing that.
Idiot.
If you were in my shoes, you'd do the same thing. You listen to law enforcement. You do what they tell you to do. Yes, we're out there putting up.
If you were in my shoes, here's the shoes again. Someone's in Katie's shoes. He's talking about someone being in his shoes. Sorry, but even my 5-year-old granddaughter wouldn't fit in your shoes, Mr. Littlefoot.
Signs. Yes, we're out there putting up flyers. Yes, we are searching.
Chris, I'm sorry. Did you just say you guys are getting death threats?
Yes, we've been getting death threats.
Oh.
And they have been reported to the TBI. Everything gets forwarded, screenshot, and sent straight to them.
Wonder if they really got any.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. I have Seth on my phone, on my JBL speaker. Seth, I want to give you a chance to talk uninterrupted. So please, go ahead.
Happy Mother's Day shenanigans.
All right. Mainly, Chris, the communication needs to be a little bit more prompt. If I send you an email on Monday and Tuesday, I'm not willing to wait a week to get a response back. I mean, that's unacceptable when we're trying to find Sebastian, buddy.
I understand what you're saying. I respect that. But when it comes to you asking people to come into my house on my property, who I don't know Adam from Eve, and I really don't care what certification, who can vouch for these people, I don't care. I'm going to do exactly what I have always been doing. You send that to me, we're going to review it, and then we're going to send it to law enforcement. Let law enforcement go that route, and then when law enforcement comes in.
Hold on.
To be on your property.
Hold on, Chris. Chris, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Seth, what did you say?
I said the person to be our spokesman, to speak for all three of us, doesn't need to be on your property.
Okay,
but
yeah,
you have spoken
you are very correct.
to him.
I have spoken to him.
When?
And I'm going to make this public. I am back working, and I have work hours. I also have to sleep. And unfortunately, I'm on the opposite schedule of you. So respect that. I will do what I can, as I can, when I can.
I'm sorry, Seth, go ahead.
When did you speak with him, Chris?
What does that got to do with finding Sebastian?
If he's going to be our spokesperson, I was just asking when you spoke with him.
I haven't come up with an answer yet. We've spoke with him. We told him we'll get back with him after we've done some consideration and talking with law enforcement. We'll get back to him, and we'll let him know our decision.
So,
Julia says, "Oh, if he didn't care about my certs, why did he ask?" I'll tell you why he asked. As a stall tactic. He was stalling on anything. What is that, Mike? I don't understand what that means. YouTube's changing what? Oh, the threes. That's what I was saying. They do that in threes because what I heard is that when people make up stories, they do things so that they can remember things easier. But I'm not sure.
I know you're on board with that. I do. I mean, I know you're 1,000% on board with Mr. Mathers. I got that. I'm not taking that away from you.
So, Chris, I understand like every marriage is different and husband-wife aspect. You seem very protective of Katie and her having conversations with or without you. But like I said before you came on, I do believe that Katie is the one who, and I'm not saying it's because she knows what happened to Sebastian, but she was the last person that was with him. And so she does hold the most information, at least up until the point that he went missing.
What information do you think she holds?
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Well, then do me a favor. Let's just get to it.
Okay.
Don't pour gravy on the mashed potatoes. Just serve the stuff up.
Chris, I'm really trying to be respectful, and this is a very
I am too. So please just get to it.
Okay.
No,
so we would really love to hear from Katie about his body language that day. We've heard from others who are not necessarily good sources about his body language at the bowling alley and his body language here and there. And so we're just really trying to pick up on Sebastian's mood because it could help us understand what led to him walking away off the front porch out the front door.
Absolutely, Nicole.
Well, that is something that if she decides to answer, that's on her. But what I know is even on video, Sebastian was having a great day. He was in a great mood. He got to go to BJ's. He had a colossal popcorn. He hung out with family. He went and played.
He got to go to BJ's versus what? He got to go. So if mom went and he didn't get to go, where would Sebastian be? Dude, I think this is way worse than we ever imagined.
Played video games at Strike and Spare. After that, he went and had dinner at Texas Roadhouse. He ate his whole meal. I mean, everything in the video, even the videos that Seth has seen, he doesn't show any negative signs of he's upset or anything like that. As far as we all know, Sebastian had a great day.
Sebastian had a great day. And I hate to be weird here, okay, but I'm going to get a little weird because I've been, thinking kind of deep about this. And as much of a bastard as this guy is, and as much as he convinces himself of these sick things that he says, do you think it's possible that he's actually convinced himself that he's done Sebastian a favor? That he got to have this wonderful last day. But then the kid had to go. The kid had to go. Because then he had, on March 6th, a hearing for Faith. February 26th was when he went away, and March 6th was when he had a hearing for Faith. And if you go back and look at his docket, after Faith's visit at Christmas time, so we know that Faith came and visited at Christmas time, and by just piecing this together, okay, she came and visited. Sebastian wasn't allowed to see her. He went to Seth. But we found out that Sebastian was FaceTiming her. And then on January 12th of 2024, Nina filed an emergency order for custody. After Faith returned back to New Mexico, she filed for custody and a restraint, like temporary emergency, like an emergency order. I feel like something happened when Sebastian was FaceTiming with Faith, maybe. Was he using the open hand on his little girl? Or did Faith tell Sebastian something? Or did Faith tell Nina something? Something went down after her visit at Christmas. Cicada, you think so? Oh, Lord, I hope not. Oh, Julia wants to know if Gator or Ara. I say both. I kind of like Ara. Ara's kind of a badass. But see, this is what I'm thinking. If you go back and look at those court dates and then Sebastian, right, it could be either way. Like Sebastian told Faith and Faith told Nina. I mean, somehow, something got back to Nina. I don't know. It probably was Faith. He did have an access to the internet. We've already figured out that that was not true. He had full access to the internet. He was at his dad's. So he was FaceTiming. And from what Seth said, over Christmas, he would FaceTime Faith for hours. Faith is 6. So Faith goes back to New Mexico. Within less than 2 weeks, Nina has filed an emergency order. Something happened in Tennessee. So then we have, like I said, this hearing on March 6th. God knows what transpired between mid-January and February 26th. So we really have like a month's time where I think something really went down. Like after she filed that emergency hearing, maybe depositions were taken, because in the court doc, there is actually from January 17th, a deposition from Katie Proudfoot, or an affidavit of Katie Proudfoot. So, I think I screenshotted it. It would be a lot easier if I could show you guys. Let me see if I screenshotted it today, because it kind of put everything in. Yeah, I did. Hang on. It put everything kind of in perspective as far as the timeline. Because, you know, how Katie says, we've been combing through those weeks prior and we just can't figure it out. They combed the weeks prior. Yeah, the weeks prior was when all of this shit went down. So take a look. Oh, that's right. He was also ordered. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I had my dates wrong. On the 2nd of January. See this? Emergency ex parte motion for modification of custody. Okay, and then we're starting at the bottom. You want me to get my pointer? I really don't want to. We're starting at the bottom. Witness list, request for hearing. This is on the 2nd of January. Then we have a motion, emergency ex parte motion for modification of custody, filed on January 2nd. Audio log notes. I don't know what that means. They had an emergency hearing, so within 3 days, they had to have a hearing. They had it on Zoom. They had it on January 5th of 2024 on Zoom. And they scheduled a hearing for March the 5th on that day. An evidentiary hearing. Do you know what that means? That's when you bring all your evidence in that you have. So if you have, statements maybe from a witness, that's when you're going to bring in your witness statements, your evidence, okay? So that happened on the 5th. They scheduled it for 3/5, which March 5th. Then look up here. On the 8th, they got an affidavit of Katie Proudfoot. On the 8th of January. On the 10th, they got an affidavit of Michael Tinker. He's a PI that works for the Bauer Sox. They also have an affidavit of legal services based for the lawyer, whatever. Affidavit amended by Michael Tinker. Maybe he's a lawyer. This is all going down like from the 8th to the 17th of January. So then on the 17th, we also have a response from Proudfoot. On the 17th. Okay. So on the 17th, he responded to this ex parte, like, you're not getting custody, completed briefing. Then they said there's a notice of a trial on the merits by Zoom scheduled for March 5th. See this? March 5th. Okay. Then we go up here, And now let's pull up the second one. I've got another screenshot. It kind of makes sense of what was going on in their household, right? I mean, it's kind of like when we talked about James and Jennifer Crumbly, and it was like, oh my God, he got like a child support order on the day before Ethan did the shooting. Like, a lot was going on. So now if we go down here to the 24th, if you look at January 24th of 2024, it says hearing. Now you can see the whole thing. Look at this shit. Chris Proudfoot was ordered to get a psychological evaluation. It says 3/5/24 at 8:30 a.m. XER ex parte motion for modification of custody and psychological evaluation. What did he do while Faith was visiting that warrants a psychological eval? Okay, so he's ordered this psych eval and all this shit. She wants to take custody. And their hearing is the 5th of March. And Sebastian goes missing on February 26th. And this guy couldn't give a rat's ass. So how did that psych eval come out, Chris? I don't think you passed. He just happened to disappear on the Sunday night, the week before that hearing. Britt, I heard that it was a lot of domestic violence, but pretty bad. There's the motive right there. There's the motive right there. He's going to have flying colors up his ass when he goes to prison. Don't worry, Chris. It won't hurt too much.
I mean, it sounds like a really great day. I mean, they did a lot. I was just curious. And
so anyway, that brings me back to premeditation. Show the kid a good day. Katie, call up my sister. Go pick up my niece. Go have a great day with the kid. Go have a great day with the kid. Get him whatever he wants today. Take them shopping with you. And let's face it, if Faith told her mother something, like, let's say Sebastian said, oh, wow, you get to sleep in a bed? Like, I got to sleep in the garage. And Faith was like, what the fuck? And what if Nina actually prompted something and maybe CPS was contacted by New Mexico, possibly. I mean, I'm giving them a little bit too much credit. But what if the school was contacted and a teacher or a counselor sat down with Sebastian? I mean, it could have went that way as well. He obviously did something that warranted them to order. A judge ordered him a psychological evaluation. Maybe it was for her. Maybe he wanted her to get one. Oh, that could be. Okay, that could be, even though he's the one that needs it, hush pup. You could be right. Thank you. That's why we talk this stuff out. Hey, Jacksonville. I mean, we don't know. It could have been Faith saying something to Sebastian, Sebastian saying something to Faith. Somehow it got back to Nina. Nina filed an emergency order. We know that. But I don't think if she filed it, it would be for her, but unless she was going to prove herself. To say, I'm not the fucking crazy one, because this is what guys like this do. They manipulate and they gaslight you to make you think you're crazy. It may not be a psych eval for him. It might have been her because he painted her as crazy.
Like I said, I mean, every relationship is different, and you're protective of Katie and who she communicates without you.
Protective of Katie, my ass.
And I think that has been a little bit difficult.
But right, hold on a second. But for the record, Katie can speak when she so chooses, and she's done interviews without me.
No, I'm not talking about interviews.
But she spoke without me.
Okay.
I want to clear up something that Chris said about Sebastian going to live with Seth. And Chris, you may ask, what does this have to do with Sebastian missing? It's all part of the narrative. It could mean he ran away. And that is, Chris, did you not say that he was not looking forward to going to live with his father?
Oh, now he's going to try to bullshit us. So what I was going to say is, I don't remember what I was going to say. I'm sorry. I lost my train of damn thought.
Or anything like that. As far as we all know, Sebastian had a great day.
He had a great day.
I'm not going to set my son up for failure. I want my son to succeed.
He was going to homeschool until he was ready to go back to regular school. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And it's not really homeschool. I mean, it's an online school.
Okay.
He was not overstimulated.
Okay, so that wasn't.
Oh, this is when Chloe asks him. See, Chloe was getting too close. Chloe asks, is that a normal weekend for you guys? And he would not. He was such a dick. He would not give a straight answer.
If you're saying that because he didn't want to go live with his dad, he potentially ran away, is that a possibility? Sure. We'll put that out there.
Okay.
But quite honestly, what goes on between Seth, me, his mom, and our households is none of the public's business. If it had something to do with his disappearance, I would understand that, but it doesn't.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I understand that. That's why we're making this clear.
And that's why I asked about his day, because I didn't
go back
know.
to the day. Okay, go ahead.
No, okay. So, Chris, you don't know me very well. I have 2 decades of experience working with autistic children in different capacities. So I do understand they are all different. I do understand that day may have been very overstimulating for him. So that's why I was asking if that was a normal day for him. And if it wasn't, that just gives me more information that maybe he was very overstimulated that day.
Chris?
So one more time, I'm so sorry.
I was just saying, in my experience with autistic children, obviously they're all different. But if this was not a normal day for Sebastian on Sunday, when he went and did all of these things, and it sounds like he was gone from home for a while, if this wasn't a normal day for him, would this have been an overstimulating day for him? In Is this something normal? Does he normally go to BJ's and bowling and all of these things on a weekend, or was this kind of like a special thing? And if it was a special thing, what caused it to be special? Was there an occasion?
If it was a special thing, a mother and a son bonding and just having a good time.
I'm not being ugly at all.
I'm not. I'm making the statement.
Is this a normal day for them on a weekend? For them to do
our days fluctuate. Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else out there. And when the weekend comes, that's when you get a lot of stuff done. You go a lot of places, you do a lot of things. And a lot of times that's where, you know, you're going to spend time with your kids and do extra things. Sebastian's not in sports like most kids. So we don't spend ball time at the ballpark. You know, when Seth has Sebastian on the weekends, he goes and does fishing and things like that with Sebastian just as well. I mean, Seth works long hours. I work long hours.
And I'm not saying any of that is suspicious at all, Chris. I'm just asking if that was normal. Because if it wasn't normal and he was overstimulated, that could be a reason for him to have ran out of the house.
No, he was not overstimulated.
Okay, so that wasn't one of the possible reasons for him to leave.
Sounds to me like they gave him a good day. He got to go to BJ's. He got to get a colossal popcorn.
Here's what I'll say. Everything is on the table.
Sure is.
Nothing has been taken off the table.
You're right.
Period.
That's the same statement law enforcement has made. That's the same statement I'm going to tell you every single day in and day out.
Katie gave my son to your mother and father. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Oh.
Say it one more time.
Do you not want to say that?
Oh.
Well, we can move on. So
No. I want to hear it.
There's a rumor out there, Chris, that your mom and your dad have Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Oh, there is a rumor out there, Chris, that your mom and your dad, or your mom, has Sebastian. Now, this is where we have to think about the two infinities. Could this freak him out? Because was he using Mama Bowersox's car? And he don't want his mom to get in trouble. Maybe Mama don't know. Maybe he just borrowed her car.
Seth, you know darn good well. You got a question about my
I'm just asking.
You pick up the
I
phone.
didn't take me somewhere to like a boot camp or anything like that, and Katie just thought I wouldn't accept it.
I don't think Seth is being accusatory. I think he's just trying to clear up a bunch of BS that's been online.
Right, and I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to answer any
I'm not
questions.
saying you. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real simple, Seth.
To put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of Seth on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room with all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room with law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday. When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me.
Now it's 3 days? You were at my house for the first 3 damn days?
They showed you a video when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday. When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Friday? I thought that Seth last talked to him on Thursday.
It's been online.
Right, and I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to answer any
I'm not
questions.
saying you. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real simple, Seth.
To put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of Seth on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room with all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room with law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday. When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse on Sunday.
On a Sunday night. You damn right.
Just, Chris.
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them, guess what?
Let's watch it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I don't think he said it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
That's not clarifying. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact.
Oh my God, I bet you he said that shit. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I bet you he said that shit to Katie when she would stand up for Sebastian. Oh, you guys, I'm getting, the more I listen to this man, I see he's the same in every situation. He knows no boundaries. I know, Jess. Right back at you, babe. Listen to this.
You have seen the video footage of Seth on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room with all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room with law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday. When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse on Sunday.
On a Sunday night. You damn right.
Just, Chris.
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them, guess what?
Let's watch it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I don't think he said it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
That's not clarifying. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here. Squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian. And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult.
Oh, well, I was a responsible adult, Chris. And on Sunday, I set aside a little time to reach out and, be fair to the Broussards and Proudfoots. And I actually reached out to Mike Proudfoot, his wife Linda, Terry Broussard, and his wife Kathy Broussard. Kathy, I got 0 response. Terry, I got 0 response. Linda confirmed it was her and then wouldn't respond when I just asked. As the step-grandmother of Sebastian Rogers, I just wanted to, see if you had any statements or anything you wanted just to clear up or say. She ignored me. Michael Proudfoot, the spawn of Chris, or Chris is the spawn of Michael Proudfoot. Michael Proudfoot said, "Who is this?" So I told him, and I just said basically the same thing. I said, please. I actually said, please, as the step-grandfather, of Sebastian Rogers, please, be one to speak up. You know what he wrote back? He wrote NAH. He said, nah. Not no. Not no thank you. No, not today. Not fuck you. Nah. Hey. You want mustard on your burger? Nah. So I wrote back and I said, please, not a statement or anything. And he wrote back, leave me alone. Yeah, nah. He literally wrote NAH. He took an extra keystroke to say nah versus no. He took more time to be a dick, just like Chris.
And just call her.
Chris.
So there, I'm back to, I was a big girl, Chris. Your family's a bunch of cowards. They're hateful. They have black hearts. And they didn't even deserve to be around Sebastian. Because you know what? All y'all Bauer socks and Proudfoots thought, no one's going to give a damn about this R. And there are tens of thousands, if not more, that are waking up and opening their eyes every day. And the first thing they do is look for an update on Sebastian. You underestimated us. We're not just a bunch of clickers. We're smart. And we're smarter than you. That's the funny part. You just don't see it yet. You'll probably still sit in that. They're going to have to get you like a little jail jumpsuit. You'll have the pant legs rolled up. Because if you don't, they're going to drag and they're going to get all like torn and dirty. So you're going to come in that courtroom and you're going to have your stupid little white tube socks that you pull up to your fucking calves. With your little orange jumpsuit rolled up so it doesn't drag on the floor because the floor is going to be nasty. I hear those county jails are mad.
Can you hear me, Chris?
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. But those jail floors, can you imagine the germs on the motherfuckers? Woo! It ain't going to be nothing. It ain't going to be nothing like no damn fifth wheel, right? He's going to have those tube socks on and those stupid orange slides. And he's going to have those little pants rolled up. And he's going to walk in with his legs that are fucking... He's got a longer torso than his short little legs. And he's going to walk up with his 40-32s and his size 14 slides. And he's going to look a wreck because he hasn't shaved. I can already see it. He's going to be all disheveled. Just wait for it, guys. That is what we have to wait for because we know that he holds the keys. Socks to his thighs. I said his calves, and we ain't giving up. We open up our eyes every day and we look to see where is Sebastian, what's going on, what happened, what's new. He never expected it. They underestimated Sebastian. They downed him in life and when he was around. I don't know where he is, but we all know the outcome probably isn't good. But he downed him, and look at how Sebastian is being lifted up right now. Fuck you, Chris Proudfoot. Sorry, I had to have that little rant.
Sebastian is what used to be found.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's not productive.
That's not productive. Hold on.
As quickly as possible.
I moved.
Be finished.
Things that I put. I was not trying to upset you.
That isn't going to answer questions.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian. And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult. And just call her.
Adult.
Chris. Can you hear me, Chris?
Oh, I can hear you.
Because all I'm hearing is anger and attitude from you. What I'm trying
And you should, Seth. You should. Because what you're doing is bullshit, and you know it.
Go into the clink.
Stop. People are talking over each other.
Enough.
Seth, go, and then Chris, go. Please, Seth, and then Chris. Thank you.
Chris, a unified front squashes rumors together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris.
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Worsham's and him getting.
Okay, so here's the answer. The final answer to this.
It's not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken about this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple.
This is it. Okay, so what's her face? Heather brings up, there's a rumor that your mom was seen like at Worsham's. She's kind of like just bringing it up nonchalant, right? Well, Chloe steps in and says, well, that's actually not a rumor. When I was there, I had people driving up to me, saying whatever. And then he's like, people, can we make this crystal clear? What is he so angry about Worsham's?
My whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I don't think he said it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
He said
That's not clarifying. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here. Squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. My parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian. And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult. And just call her.
Chris. Can you hear me, Chris?
Oh, I can hear you.
Because all I'm hearing is anger and attitude from you. What I'm trying
And you should, Seth. You should. Because what you're doing is bullshit, and you know it.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
People are
right,
talking
enough.
over each other.
Enough.
Seth, go, and then Chris, go. Please, Seth, and then Chris. Thank you.
Chris, a unified front squashes rumors together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris.
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Worsham's and him getting.
Okay, so here's the answer. The final answer to this.
It's not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken about this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple. This conversation has nothing to do on social media. You want to have this conversation, Seth? You call me, you get Heather, you get Chloe on the phone. Hell, I'll do you one better, and I will get Bobby and Carter on the phone, and we'll all sit down and have this little fucking powwow.
We're not going to have a powwow like that, but I would.
Well, then guess what?
The situation, and I would love for it to be private because I believe a lot of what is happening right now should not be public.
So explain to me why you don't want Bobby and Carter involved.
I didn't say I didn't want Bobby and Carter involved. I said I was referring to your tone, which is very angry.
Oh, I'm very pissed.
I know that. I think we just all need to take a breath because no one is accusing anyone of anything. We are trying to dispel things because in turn, dispelling these things will take
so full of
some of the BS off of you.
Whoa. That was uncalled for. And
so Warsham's is across the street from the school. So I just wanted to show you guys that. He didn't get upset about Katie. He got more upset about Warsham's. And there's cameras at Warsham's. So let me show you where Warsham's is. It's right across the street from Sebastian's high school. It's called Beach Market. We did this on another live. But it's basically a gas station. But they've got cameras. See, there's one there. They've got several under this awning. If you go over here, there's also a dumpster at Warsham's. Oh, shit. There's a dumpster over here. And then I wonder if there's another one here. And then there's, the storage unit that someone else mentioned right here. Storage, beach storage. Catfish on Friday, meatloaf on Monday at Warsham's. There is, let's see if they have cameras over here. It looks like they do. I'm not 100% positive, but yeah, I don't know. But I heard that there was camera footage from here. There's another camera right there in the awning right there. So that is Warsham's. Warsham's General Store, and Bobby Warsham is the owner. Now, if you go down here, or no, wait. Let me go back out. Over here is Beach High School. So the red dot, Beach Market. And then right here is Beach High School. And that's Sebastian's school. And then if you zoom out even more, not that far. Let's do this. Let's do directions. We'll do like a triangular from Beach High School because, Katie said that she drove through Beach High School and then came back. So she would be right across the street from Warsham's. So did Chris Proudfoot borrow Mom's car and meet her there? Let's switch the order of these. We want to start at Stafford. Okay. So hang on. Let me make this bigger. Oh, shit. It deleted it. Sorry. Hold on. Thank you for being patient. I love you guys. I love these late night lives. This is kind of crazy. We have a big day tomorrow. We have Friday at 3:00 tomorrow afternoon. So let's say that Katie left from Stafford. Let's get his dumbass down here. That's the best I can do right now. Hang on. I can do better. Okay. Now, don't you remember on Long when we listened to the audio, the dispatch audio? Didn't they look at a bridge? Or weren't they searching on a bridge on Long Hollow Pike or like right around here? Wasn't there a bridge or something? I thought I remember there being a or New Hope Road or. Okay, so I'm imagining since Chris Proudfoot said that the scent went straight from the house to the retention pond, he said there was only 2 ways it could go. Because, like, you can drive from Stafford all the way to Beach Market and then to Beach High School in 5 minutes. It's only 1.6 miles. Welcome in, everybody that's just joining. Yeah, I know there was a kid with the bag on the head, but I thought they were searching later on in the day, like in the afternoon. They were actually searching bodies of water. But, you know, she could have left from here. Do. Oh, I'm going searching. Do. I'm going to go down here because I'm searching. Right? I'm Katie Proudfoot and I'm searching. Oh, there's the high school. Oh, I don't see him. Oh, maybe I'll go a little further. See if I see him over here. Oh, I'll turn around at Beach Market. Something happens at Warsham's because Chris gets pissed off when we talk about it. Oh, I'm going to go back now. In my Infinity. And remember, the dispatcher was like, she's driving around in a baby blue Infinity. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to actually be a little more thorough. And I'm going to drive through the high school so they see me. So I'm going to drive all around the high school. And then I'm going to come back because I was only gone 10 minutes. And then I'm going to drive back, back to the house. And I come back and I go to Stafford Court and I park my car. But this car didn't have no scent. Did she pass off the car with the scent? That's what I want to know. I don't get it. Why did he get so mad about Worsham's? Daphne, I agree. Like, I don't know. I mean, she's on camera searching. Who's Peter Strauss? You mean Peter Hyatt? Oh, I don't think he would strike it. It's fair use. That's a good idea. I forgot about that one, Hush. That's a really good one. Or did she throw something in the dumpster? Was she seen throwing? Was she caught like Stephen Stearns on a camera throwing something in a dumpster? And is that why they searched the landfill? Well, I wanted to find out if Worsham's cameras worked, but I'm assuming they did since he got so upset. Kathy was at Stafford when the cops arrived, right? Whose car was she in? Right. Right. What's going on? What happened at Worsham's, you know? He thinks everything, he's going to discredit everything because he knows that these professionals can find out a fuck of a lot more. So he puts them off. He plays games. It's so transparent. Everybody knows it. We're all just waiting for it to come to fruition. You know what? We're going to do a Q&A with Julia tomorrow. Let me see if Julia, let's see if we have a time. No, we don't have a time yet. I see two people, one with a cap, another one. Yeah. Whoever just sent me this, 606, I just got your text. Neighbor, it's rumored that neighbors said that Katie was gone from 10 to 5. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. Violently violated. Ryan Apple Sample said he heard Katie saying that. Leslie says, I remember they did the search at the landfill. They got a hit, then waited till the next day to check the hit. And then 2 hours, it was a false hit. She did the one with Live PD or whatever, Patrol All Live, where she kept going. The guy was like, here, let me reenact Katie's interview without Chris. As if it was like impromptu. Katie, what can you tell us about your son? He likes green. He likes to run. He's a good kid, usually, when he's not growling. He's pretty sweet. And when I told him to go to bed, he did. That's her interview without Chris breathing down her neck because he's sitting there like this. He's sitting there like this. He's got that script propped up and he's sitting there and he is eyeballing her. I guarantee it. Look at Stephen Stearns and Jen Soto. He's sitting in the back cracking his knuckles. These guys are pussies. It's all they got. Yep, if anybody knows about water, it's them. Oh yeah, he loves a dab. And the guy's like, and the interviewer goes, "Thank you. That information was very helpful." Like, not. Try again. We haven't heard anything about the custody hearing. We're going to end this poll. That's from way, way earlier. He's not a runner, but he loves to run. Just redonkulous. All right, you guys. I'm gonna hit the hay. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight, walking through this. If you're replaying, if you've got this far, thanks. We're gonna do a Q&A with Julia. I thought tomorrow was Saturday. With Julia tomorrow, if she's available, I'm gonna get with her. If not, Saturday. You guys can ask questions of the dog handlers. I mean, this is the best of the best. This is someone, you don't want to, if you have any questions about how scents work, and maybe we can watch couple clips of videos. Let's do this on Saturday so I have some time. So tomorrow, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to figure out a time on Saturday so that I can get some clips together because I want to run some dog sniff videos by you and get your opinion. And then you guys can ask everything you wanted to know about scent dogs, tracking dogs, cadaver dogs. I'm probably saying it all wrong, dogs, but I'm hoping to learn a lot from Julia. And I thank her for being available in chat and also willing to come on panel with me. So thank you so much, guys. I love you. Thank you for your support tonight. We're going to run our credits and then we're going to go right to Dance It Out because that's tired. Good night, guys. Sweet dreams.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, damn. I don't give a damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back.
Jeffrey Dahmer type.
Bye. It's 2 Jennifers. I'm too tired. Good night, guys. Yes. Sebastian Strong. I love you guys. Good night.